powerful, giddy man-child, and I was telling him to be so very, very careful, to be very, very gentle with everything. And one time when Curly, you know, was getting angry, decided to take it out on Lenny. George finally said, "Get him, Lenny." Lenny has at him. I loved it. Coming up and going, boom. Oh, this is something, the young lady who asked that question, we're going to give you one of these little autograph cards. Thank you very much for all your hard work. And doing the work for me. On this side, somewhere? Right here. Oh, please, right here in the dark.
They are handing me the mic because I'm a little bit beat down from wandering around for 3 days. I wanted to ask that if Firefly had gone on, was there one thing, especially, that you each wanted your characters to experience, or if you like them to suffer?
Alan would come up with ideas for episodes all the time, and I wanted to see a bunch of them come to fruition. And one of them was where we make a deal with these guys who are doing illegal dogfights to go to a planet that half of it's always a perpetual net. And there's a wild dog that exists on this planet that is so incredibly ferocious and dangerous and terrible that they want them for their fights. So they get us to go get these dogs. We've got this casting of leathery sacks of some sort of a musk, some sort of pheromone that attracts these dogs. We set up some kind of trap. Jane screws around, blows it, boom! This thing explodes, and we're wearing it. Cut to us stuck in the woods. A pack of wild dogs chasing us. Our plan all arrived, but we go into the cargo bay, we catch all these dogs, we ship them back to these dudes, and we get there, and it turns out the river has gone into the cargo bay and domesticated the dogs. I thought that was by far Alan's best episode.
No, one where I'm allergic to the planet. The best.
Swell up.
I swell up, like you guys go on some adventures. There's two parts. There's the adventure that's happening off the ship, and then the one that's on the ship is me. It starts off with just a little cough. I don't know, or a sneeze, and I get it. It's just, I don't know, something in the air, something in the air. And then by the end, I'm completely spoiled, and I can't speak. And they need me to come pick them up, but I can barely drive because I don't look like myself at all. Completely swollen. I think that would have been great, or lock the keys in the spaceship.
That's another good one.
And I was constantly pitching them to Josh. I mean, I took it right to Josh. Josh, I got an idea. I got this bounty shadow puppets in there.
Yeah.
Because I kept bringing those up, and they made it into the safe. What? The bounty shadow puppets?
Oh, yeah. I had an idea that his character had been through prison, and if he ever took off his shirt, he'd be little prison tattoos. Traveling from high security prison to high security prison planet, and survived in prison by entertaining the inmates with bounty shadow puppets.
Yes, by recreating the great battles of the war. Obviously. I mean, it makes perfect sense once you hear it, right? Yeah.
And they stuck that into Heart of Gold. They were in the back of the theater.
That's what it was, Heart of Gold.
There's some shadow puppet theater going on back there. You recall, this unknowing nod is all I need. There you go, I like that flexing wall. Good question. Why don't you give them one of these? And who's got our next question? Young lady over there?
Hello. I was wondering, because we know that you have a charity, Kids Need to Read, I was wondering if any of the other members of the panel had a favorite charity or project that they helped out with.
I support the Waterkeeper Alliance.
As do I.
That's fine.
Yeah, me too. Oh, yeah. Totally into that.
Ellen loves water.
I love giving water to kids who need to read. Something that's I give money. I actually do give money. I don't like do anything for them, but I give money to the association with blind because there's someone in my family who's blind. He used to work for them, and I don't know. They'll call me 3, 4 times a year. Yeah, it's time.
First of all, thank you all for continuing to come to the cons and raising money to us. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you. Yeah.
My question is, what is your favorite Joss Whedon moment or story?
How about the one where he said you're hired? Boy, I mean, he's a funny guy. We've had lots of good times, but lots of, emotional times.
I would love it when Joss would always, we'd be working on a scene and we'd have an idea about the scene, about a line or something, and we wanted to change it. He'd be like, yeah, and listen, and I'm like,
Or, and then sing a line like it's in the book. I also like very much when, if you're working in a scene with whoever you're working with, he's off, you can't see where he is, he's off directing, doing his thing behind that camera, you're watching on the screen. And when you're done with the cut, he comes into he walks onto the set, you see the look in his face. You know you did it right. You know you're really, really happy.
I've never seen that face.
We know.
it's great to know that he doesn't settle. I mean, he really doesn't. There were some scenes where we did one take and great, it was done. And then there were scenes where we did like 50, and it was great.
Yeah, like the shot, the opening shot where you see all of us in Serenity.
Oh, yeah.
It's just one
That was
shot
all
when you
day.
finish it. How many takes was that? 32 or 3?
It was the continuous shot
Oh yeah.
from the Krogo.
Yeah. And he said that every time it got to me, my voice would get a little higher. I remember that note. Around like take 18, he said, now you're sounding like this. Everything's shining down! He said, just bring it way down. Because I was getting really excited about coming around that corner.
I gotta think about this. I don't know how many pages that scene was, but they're working their way through the pages, and they're working, if you're waiting for the scene to come to you, it's like, don't mess up, don't mess up. If it stops and goes back, you're okay. But if it comes to you, and then it stops,
That's, yeah.
And of course, I was walking through that whole thing, so if somebody, messed it up, I would stop and say, you're really letting us down.
Yeah. We were all just in the front of the ship, and you do your little thing about the buffer panel and all of that, and then you'd take off, and we'd all sit there. You had to be really quiet. You can't hear it anymore. You can no longer hear the dialogue. You're just hoping you don't hear God. Oh! And here it comes back into the front. And by the last takes, because we did so many of them, my brain stopped working, and all of that. If we don't get some blow back through an engine, blah, blah, all those kinds of technical things that don't actually make any sense at all, they go out of my head. And I wrote it on a piece of paper. And if you watch the movie again, you'll see me refer to a little screen over here. Blow back through the engine. We're all going to be pretty messed up. A couple of times. That one episode where you and I were under the thing with our flashlight looking at this stuff, I had my lines all over there. I don't know.